fitting that husband and wife Joey and Nicole Rivera reside in Utah, known as a beehive state because pioneers consider themselves hardworking as bees. The duo has been quite busy, each working full time jobs, raising two sons, and running two thriving businesses, Lavender Lush Cleaning and Cultivated Roots. Nicole explains how Lavender Lush came to be.
He does everything in quality. So he's really good at quality and making sure things are done, like a really good process. And I'm not so strong in those areas, but I've worked with home service companies for 8 years. So house cleaning companies, window cleaning. And so we decided in 2021 to start a company in the home service industry. So we started a house cleaning company. We still kept our full-time jobs, but we decided to hire really good employees and then just run it in the background and grow it from there.
Cultivated Roots is a clothing brand created about 4 months ago, opening its online doors in January. The idea sparked from a trip to the island in October of last year.
We had, I guess, a privilege to work with, do some volunteer work with Well Hunt Sustainable and with DOAC. And so, going through those experiences back home, we saw how the community can come together and support one another, and just to show love, just for the island and the people. So we come back to Utah, after vacation, we come back to reality, and it got me thinking, like, we need that stateside, right? So we need that holiday love. So that's what Cultivated Roots is about, just spreading that holiday love, stateside as well as back home.
As a response has been what Joey describes as a wild ride, but at the heart of it, it has always and has been about making connections.
I spend a lot of my time, since we both work full time, we're super busy, but we work opposite shifts. And so most of my time has to be dedicated towards the cleaning company and making sure everybody there is taken care of. So Joey spends a lot of his time just with designs and with everything in Cultivated Roots. And so he's been really good at making connections on social media. Social media is amazing to make connections with people. I mean, you found us there. And so we're just really blessed that we have technology that can connect us with, people from Guam all over the world.
Some exciting things happening for Cultivated Roots with a couple of pop up shops.
We're doing our first pop-up here in Utah at the Utah Liberation, and we'll be having another pop-up at the Marianas Festival in Oregon, late August.
Mhm.
So we're excited about those two events, and just to get out and meet people, face to face, and slap hands with them and just spread that holiday love.
As for what inspires the designs for the brand,
When I design something, obviously it has to be rooted to our culture, our traditions, um, some sayings. There's one that really stuck out to me back home, was I saw this design on my sister-in-law's bottle, and it just said native. So I was like, okay, and it had the cocoa bird on it. So I was like, you know what? I want to make a design called Keep It Native. That way, everything we have back home, we can call ours, but we can share it with the world. So yeah, that's one of the inspirations for my designs. But yeah, it just has to be tied back home. It has to be rooted back home. Um, and it has to just have meaning for sure.
for Lavender Lush, they focus on residential house cleaning.
A lot of clients want us to just come in and do like a one-time deep clean. Sometimes they need to do a move out clean. But what we really focus on is the recurring clean, because that's like recurring income. Every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, somebody wants us to come back and repeatedly keep their house clean. And when we market it, we focus a lot on not on cleaning so much, but on the experience. I know all over the world, really not just here in Utah, there's a lot of mental health issues. And so we do focus a lot on mental health and helping people to have clarity and less stress and less overwhelm. And so that's kind of our primary focus.
Both businesses born out of what is in their DNA, that holiday love and entrepreneurial spirit.
As Chamorros, it's in our DNA, just to have that very great hospitality, if you will. Like I said, that word holiday love, right? That statement. I think it's in our DNA just to spread that holiday love, no matter what community we live in.
When I think about how I grew up and how it relates to our culture, I think I was raised very much in having a heart of service. And I think our people in general have a heart of service, and we love to help each other. And so, I mean, helping somebody in the most intimate place in the world inside of their home is like the ultimate way to really serve somebody else. And so when we hire people and when we train people, one of our core values is having a heart of service. And so we hire people who really care about their jobs and care about the people that they serve.
To show these two some love and cheer them on their journey, follow Lavender Lush _cleaning and the Cultivated Roots on Instagram.
I would love to give a shout out to my parents. My mom just made me a very flexible, crafty person, very good at DIYing anything and problem solving. And then my dad gave me my entrepreneurial spirit, and he just taught me that I could really just do anything that I wanted, and I can try different things and not feel bad for wanting to start something new, and just having fun in life.
Yeah, for me, obviously family, my parents, family back home in Guam, friends back home, new connections we're making.
Nicole adding,
I think we have to give a shout out to each other too, because you don't see a lot of times couples in business together.
True.
It's actually really difficult. Even just business is really hard. It takes, especially if you're starting from scratch, you have to know your numbers. You have to be able to balance, we have kids and we have full-time jobs, and now we're trying to run two different businesses, but our marriage is super important. So just being able to work together and care about each other and not fight over silly things, because we are our biggest support system. And so I think that we owe ourselves a lot of shout outs.
High five.
Jenigan Charfris, KM News.